up, y'all? Okay, it is the next day. Yeah, last night I finished working on the bathroom a little bit, and then I just went to bed. I took a shower and went to bed because I had to be up at 7 a.m. for my morning Pilates class. So it's now about 7, almost 7:30, and I'm gonna get some more of this stuff done for the bathroom, and then yeah, gotta go back tomorrow. So we were working on the bathroom yesterday. I did put the shower curtain up last night, and that came out pretty nice. So we got the black liner in the middle, and then we got this little white outer curtain. But we're gonna stage this little rolly cart with some product, and then I cleaned the counter yesterday and look, it's back junky. So we're going to get this little cabinet put together, and we're gonna organize the cabinet underneath here. So we're gonna get this together. So let's see, we're gonna put the shelf together. I got a little 2-tier shelf here. So I'm gonna try to put this together real quick, put the product in there. I'll probably turn some music on and just let y'all kind of rock out with me. But yeah, the purpose of this, if I haven't already said it, I've started mini vlogs in the past and wasn't consistent with them. Sometimes I just didn't know. I don't know. You know how it is. Like, you don't know what you want to talk about, or what am I doing? What's the purpose of this? But with this vlog, it's very different because I'm at a point in my life where I have my story in motion by having my business, being divorced, being an empty nester. And I think it's a very inspiring story. It gets juicy sometimes. And just to show people kind of the behind the scenes of what it really looks like. Because I think a lot of my clients probably walk in the studio and they just think like, oh, she got it all together. But baby, like there be mornings where I don't want to get up. I don't feel like, I'm just tired. So I don't feel like going into the studio. I do have a new Pilates instructor starting on Monday. So she's only going to be taking one class off of my plate. But one class is one class. I've been holding on to all the classes because I just want to protect it. Like, it's my brand, it's my baby. So hiring people to do the work is very tricky. You got to make sure it's the right person and they embody the same culture. They're going to care about the clients just as much and all of that good stuff. But it's been a year and a half and I've been doing everything myself, running all the classes. I think it was up to like, at one point, it was probably like 35 classes a week, something like that. And then I also had like sound baths and meditations and all this other stuff. So, it was still, when I look at it, it was still a 40-hour job, right? Like if you work a 40-hour job plus overtime, that's the amount of hours maybe. It's just that I would be at the studio so long. So if I'm going in to do a really early morning class at 7 a.m., I'm getting up at 4. And then if the last class ends at 8, you're up and at your studio from basically 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. So it just made the days feel even longer, even though I wasn't working the entire time. But I want to be home more. I want to be out in the community more, networking. There's a lot of people who reach out, and sometimes I turn those things down just because I'm tired. but I do want to go out and network and let people get to know my brand. They're not just all gonna stumble into the studio and find me. I have to be able to get out and go and attend events outside of the studio. So I'm freeing up some time to be able to do that. I have a lady who's doing some type of event. It's like a wellness event. I think it's got something to do with like the soccer stuff that's going on. And so she reached out and she wants yoga. So I have 2 yoga instructors, and she wants a yoga session for about 60 people during the event. So I'm organizing that. And even though I don't teach yoga, I just teach the Pilates, I do meditation, I do natal charts, sound baths, I do everything except for yoga. So even though I'm not going to be the one going, I still have to facilitate it all and make sure that the yoga instructors know kind of, you know, how to represent the brand, what content I need them to get, because I'm not going to be the photographer. So what content I need them to get so that we can post it on our social media, anything that I participate in. I want to obviously get content for it, and I don't have a set photographer to be able to go and capture it. So she's gonna have to get the content herself. But so that's happening. Well, I think it's happening. We're still kind of negotiating the rate. But yeah, there's just a lot. I'm working on my socks, my first sock drop, my Pilates grip socks. They're so beautiful, y'all. I can't wait to show them to y'all. They're so beautiful. And just very elegant, very minimalist, but I love them. So I'm working with manufacturers in Turkey, some in China, and just trying to get some quotes, because the MOQs are high with some of the manufacturers, and they want like 1,200. They got a 1,200 MOQ for each size, each color, and that's too much, because I want to do 2 sizes, like a medium large that would fit like maybe a size 5 in women to 9, and then another one that would fit 9 to maybe like 12. So if they want me to do 1,200 pair of socks in a size 9 to 12, I don't have that many clients who wear that size. So I just can't, I can't buy that many socks in that size. I will be sitting on that inventory forever. So stuff like that, you know, is what you gotta figure out. All right, how do I put this together? So install 4 anti-slip silicone feet and firmly press 4 rods into place. It's these little thingies right here. Oh, that must go on the bottom. That goes on the bottom, y'all. Duh. This anti-slip, this goes on the bottom. Okay, that's not so complicated. So I bought some product which I'm going to show y'all for my face. I am in my 40s and my face is breaking out super bad. I've always had like acne prone skin. I've always suffered from acne, and I thought once I reached adulthood it would go away. It never really did. It kind of calmed down, but it never went away. And now that I'm in menopause, it seems like it's kind of having it's having It's like having some type of comeback. Let's see. Top tier press fit. Top tier onto the rods. Till the end. It says hard. It says press and then it just says hard. This came from Amazon. It's where I order most of my stuff from because it's just convenient and it'll be an easy return if I don't like it or it's damaged or something. I need to send it back. So I do prefer. All right, slide the removable bins into place. All right, so we got these little bins. And so I think it just goes like that. Slide it up there. Ooh, one on top, one on the bottom. Boom, easy, I like it. Now we're gonna do the other one. So same thing, we'll put the 4 non-slip thingies on the bottom. But I hope that my hope with this vlog is to be able to, like I said, share some things that I've learned along the way. This is my first business. I didn't have any help. I wrote a business plan and sat on it for a while, prayed on it, meditated on it, and just kept telling myself, you know, like, this is what I'm doing. Come hell or high water. And yeah, I executed, you know what I mean? Like, I knew I needed to get out of corporate America. So I was just tired of it. I was tired of being a superstar for somebody else's business. I would come up with all these really great ideas because I'm very creative, very dedicated. Like, I was a great employee. I mean, in the office all night, just like I'm in my studio. But the thing is, like, you didn't get anything from it. And I didn't like when you would work hard all year and then at the end of the year, like Christmas bonus time would come and your boss would have to break it to you that, oh, the company didn't do well, so you're either not getting a bonus or it's going to be really small, like a few $100s. And then depending on what type of company you work for, because I've worked in different kinds of companies, sometimes the other employees would be getting bonuses just because maybe they worked in sales or something. So they would get it based off of sales and not necessarily off just the profitability of the company. So they would still get something. And because I'm administrative, being in HR, you don't get anything unless the company's profitable. So if for some reason the company is not profitable, you're just ass out. And I was like, no, I can't put in this much time and just not get anything for my time. So that was one of the reasons why I was just like, eh. So now we have these little dividers, these little clear dividers that it looks like you just can plop it down right here and divide the space. See? So, and then it slides. I don't know, y'all only seeing kind of like half of it, but see, so I think this will work. So, before I put the dividers in, I need to see what's going on the shelf. This is that Sonic toothbrush that I bought yesterday that I was telling y'all about. It's not gonna go in that toothbrush holder because it's got its own case, but I wanted to give it a try. It's sage green, which sage green is one of my colors for the studio, and it vibrates. It's one of my colors for the studio and in my house. It's just a little bit of sage green, one of my little accent colors. All right, so now we're going to put these underneath the cabinet. So we're gonna take these out. We got these little containers back there. This is already like some, whatever it's called, just protection that I put down. Now I need this to be able to slide out, so you gotta move it over a little bit, because if it's hitting the door, that'll prohibit it from sliding. So that looks like that'll slide. These three things, I don't know if they're gonna stay there. We're gonna take this down. Put the other one on the other side. All right, and that slides. So it's not prohibited by the door. Do need a trash bag. I'll probably keep these trash bags back here. That's fine. Okay, now we gotta put the product on here. So I think we'll do like one side with face. Well, really, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do it based on height, because this one is shorter, that one is taller. So let's see what's the tallest thing that can fit. The things that I use like every morning, I think I want to put in the drawer over here. So like my toner, I feel like I would just open the door and use that. This is gonna go in the shower, so that's where I would pull that. So we got this EOS, I don't know if it's EOS or EOS, Evolution of Smooth, but body oil. So okay, I would pick this up to lotion up in the morning. So all of this needs to kind of be together. I think short stuff on the bottom. This one is pretty much empty. I'll just leave that up there for tonight. Some of this stuff, it came when I moved, and I think I'm gonna get rid of it because it's been a while. So hair stuff, this is hand soap. I'll put this in the kitchen, just use the rest of it. Do kind of use this, but again, I feel like let's organize this face stuff. Okay, so this is like leftover mouthwash, right? So we got our mouthwash thingy filled up there, so that will just be there for refills, right? Okay, we got another mouthwash right here, so we can put that there. Should we turn them to the side maybe? I think that'll make it, give it more room. I don't know. We're figuring it out. Don't worry about it. We're figuring it out. Okay, then, so we've got this body wash. which I think I'm going to fill F-I-L-L. I'm gonna fill this up and then put the rest. This is gonna go in the shower. So let's fill that up. And then we'll put the rest. Oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh. Look at this. This has been in there for a while. I don't know if it was purple or if that means something. All right, we're gonna set this aside and I'm gonna wash that out before putting anything else in it. So we got this is face spray. It's tall, so the tall stuff needs to go on the top. So maybe we put that up top. We got witch hazel. That could probably go up there. Now we also have this hair stuff. So let's see. So that looks like that's gonna be for toothpaste, stuff like that. And then facial stuff, body stuff, and then maybe hair stuff. So this doesn't fit. So this is gonna have to go up top, period, because it simply can't go anywhere else. Eyeglass cleaner. You know, at the end of the day, I don't think it's all gonna be super categorized, if that makes sense. We got baby oil. Maybe we could put these little things up here. Have little stuff up there. This is oral healthy gums. So we'll put that there. Let's see what else. We got some botana oil. This should fit down here for hair. I do use that often. So we got some coconut oil. Maybe this can go down here with the other oil stuff. This probably gonna have to go up here and just have like little stuff up there, period. And then have those little jars down there. I think this floss is gonna go in a drawer. Okay. All right, so this hair stuff, let's continue with these hair products and just put these down here. I don't think it really, I'm not super concerned about how this is organized. I feel like as long as I know where to grab it, I'll be fine. So I'll put hair oils right there. More hair oils. More hair oils. Just as long as it's neat, you know what I mean? That is the goal. This is muscle stuff, so I probably should put this. That might end up going somewhere else. Okay, more eyeglass cleaner, because your girl wears eyeglasses now. I got Rogaine because I got edge problems. that I've had all my life. All my life. Sunscreen that is probably, let's see, when this expires. What does that say? I got my glasses on, I still can't see it. 2022? I think that says 12 of 2022. We're gonna throw that away. All right, let's put a couple dividers in here. So we'll put that there. Does that one go over there? Or does it go on the other side? All right. Let's see, what else do we have? We got deodorant. Which again, I think I'm going to put that in the side drawer. Got this stuff up here. And this is space. I kind of want to put that, this pen, I kind of want to put that in a drawer. This cleaner, I kind of want to put that over there with the face stuff. So face and like toothbrush stuff. I think we're gonna put, these are prescription medications that my dermatologist prescribed to try to help this face situation. So we'll see if it works. I gotta see what this light is gonna do. I need a light for my camera so it'll be lighter in here. Right now it is what it ain't. So we have a bath salt container. And then we got a bubble bath container that I think will be here tomorrow. And that's gonna go on that little cart over there. So it comes with a little scoopy spoon. And let me go wash this before I put my bath salt in it. I'm gonna wash this and I'm gonna go wash this. I'll be right back. My question is, do I take these out of the original packet and put them inside of here, or will they dry out if I do that? Now it looks like it has this little rubber seal, which I think is going to be the airproof that it needs in order to keep it from drying out, because if I put it in there with the top on, how is that going to work? Right? So I'm going to take them out. If they dry out, then now you know. But I'm going to go ahead and take them out of this original packet. And just drop them in here. Seal it up. And then we'll see if that's airproof enough to keep them from drying out. And then these are going to go onto the hanging shelf once that arrives, which I think that'll be here tomorrow. So for now, I'm just going to sit it back on the back of the toilet. All right, so under the sink is pretty much like all of the refill stuff. So when you need a refill, can I get a refill? Can I get a refill? It's not a song. Can I get a refill? All right, so we got our bath salts in its container. So these can just go in the back of the cabinet until we need a refill. Like I said, the bubble bath jar will be here tomorrow. So we're just gonna go ahead and put these down here in the cabinet, and when the jar comes, we'll fill that up. Okay, Q-tip jar is full. That's also gonna go up there on the black hanging shelf once we hang that. These are for refills. So we'll put this back here on the shelf. Okay. We filled up our body wash yesterday and our feminine wash yesterday. So this stuff can go underneath the sink until we need a refill. Until we need a refill. All right, so we'll stick this back there. Same for this. All right. Okay. What else do we have? I got another one of those little containers like the for the Q-tips. I'm trying to think. I guess I could put my cotton rounds in them, but I was putting the cotton rounds in this little thingy because it fit quite nicely, to be honest. So what else could I put in that little jar? I feel like, you know, sometimes if you don't know, it's okay. Because if you just sit with it, sometimes something will happen to where you're like, oh, I need this. And then it'll be like, oh, cool, I'm so glad. Cotton rounds fit so nicely when you put them in there like that. And it'll hold them all versus trying to put them in one of these. It's not gonna hold them all. So I think this is gonna win. I think that we're gonna do that. When I do find something and it's like I need a jar, I'll have it instead of having to go buy it. So I'll just hold up on it, put it under the cabinet if I need to, and then when I'm ready, I'll have that available. But I think this just works better for these cotton rounds. It's actually quite perfect, if I'm being honest. Isn't that perfect? I just feel like that's so perfect for these. And I want to put these in the drawer next to the toner. I don't want a gazillion products anymore. I've always had, and I'm sure y'all can relate to me, where you just have so much product, that product would just expire. That's what that product would do. It would sit there and expire. Makeup, face wash, moisturizers. Like, you only have one face. How much product are you gonna put on it, right? So I'm not doing that anymore. I'm gonna use what I have. When I run out, I will get some more product. Until then, I don't need all that. Okay, so we got our floss. So we need to work on this drawer over here for face, teeth, and we'll see what else. But we're knocking it out. We're getting some of this stuff done. Let's go ahead and open this. All right, put the music on, put my YouTube video back on, and just kind of work. So I just peeled that off, which, all right, I have to change my battery. So I was saying, I just peeled that sticker off of the toothbrush, and that allows it to stick to the wall. I didn't necessarily want to do that. I was thinking to just leave it in this thingy, right? And just have it in there, sitting in there. But you can also, I guess, stick this on the wall or the mirror if you want. And then you just drop your toothbrush in there. But then how do you cover it? You can't cover it. You know what I mean? Can I put this back on? Maybe I can put it back on. So that way, if I want to stick it one day, I can. But right now I don't want to. And I guess if I wanted to, I could use some type of man strip or whatever. But what I would like to do, so I just put the paper back on, and I'm going to stick this back down in there, and this is how I'm going to use it. Just pull the toothbrush out. So hold on, is this battery operated? Because I thought it said something about, oh yeah, it's battery operated. It vibrates. You hear it? I don't know if y'all can hear that. So you just press this right here and it vibrates. Has writing always been this small on the back of packages? Because I promise you, like, this is so small. I can't even see it with my glasses. Alright, so we're going to keep this. Right now it seems pretty straightforward on how to use, but I'll keep it in case I run into something and I don't know what I'm doing. But for now, this is going to sit in there. And we're going to cover it like so. I haven't washed it yet, but I'll wash it before I use it. I'm not going to use it right now. So we're just going to put this probably over here with the mouthwash. This is becoming, that's supposed to be a little decorative tray, but it's becoming the toothbrush tray. Which is fine as long as it's functional. But then we still have this toothbrush holder, which we are going to put on the wall, and that's for my Colgate toothbrush that's sitting there. So, okay, we're making progress. Let's bring it home. Oh, where's the labels for this? You know, everything got labels, like I don't know what it is. Do we have one that says Q-tips? So bath salts, clips, hair accessories, makeup brush. Oh, there are some hair brushes and stuff down there. I could probably use that. Oh, look. Cotton pads. Not just be eyeballing stuff. I don't measure. Even when I'm cooking, I don't really measure stuff. I can just eyeball it most of the time, and it'll be fine. I feel like it's even. Y'all can tell me if it's off. But I feel like it'd be like close enough. That's cute. I like it. So this is definitely the home for that. And then we have 4 other ones down here. So let's see what labels we have. Floss picks, no. Cotton swabs. I do have one that has hair accessories in it right now. I got a hairbrush down there and a comb, which I will grab sometimes in the morning. So maybe we'll put hair accessories on that one and continue to use that for that. And we're just gonna eyeball it. I guess I should try to line it up with that one somewhat. Good enough. Alright, so we got that and that, and then we could put these two over here. Right? Because this brush, I just use this like to brush the back of my hair because, you know, obviously I got a short haircut. Back of my hair is short. Eyelashes. These are really the combs that I use in the morning. A feather comb, a soft brush for the back of my hair that has a soft side and a hard side. And then I got a a smaller tooth comb in case I need it, which I usually don't, but I pull this out, brush my hair, and I'm usually ready for the day. So with all of these little jars, they would do well in there. I'm gonna have to blur that out so y'all not looking at my name and address. But all of these would be good in there. So we might do that. We got to get over in this other drawer and see what we're working with. So let me get that done because it is now 8:51. So we're going to shut this down here pretty soon.